Hi, guys. Thank you for joining Magical Mind by Meg. I hope you're doing well today. It's the weekend, and I'm excited to just sort of be relaxing. I tried to get some stuff done, but all signs pointed to just relax, prepare for this reading, and maybe do some cooking. Because I find that also to be a little therapeutic too. So I think I'm going to make some comfort food after this reading and then just settle in for the rest of the day. I'm actually really excited because tomorrow Gloria Gaynor is filming at our church. One of our parishioners wrote a musical to the Book of Mark. So it's the book according to Mark, and Gloria Gaynor is the lead performer in it, and they're coming to our church to perform it, and we get to do a few warm-up songs ahead of time. I don't think they're going to be on the film, but maybe, but just to warm up anyway, because it's going to be a live recording of the book according to Mark. So you'll have to check it out when that comes out. And it will actually be up for a Grammy nomination. There's a new bucket. Let me just get this. Sorry about that noise. I'm sitting not far from where the HVAC is, so if the door is open, Kitty needs to go in there. So if the door is open, it gets loud, and I forgot to turn it off. I'm sorry about that. So let us clear the space a little bit. So I'm really excited about that. Woo! The Song of Mark. Actually, the book according to Mark. I actually saw a production at that same church years ago, about a decade ago, and it was called The Song of Mark, and it was just great. Mark, as I'm told, is the most popular gospel and the best one for something like a musical, so I'm told. It's something that I always wanted to do, like some of the songs that we do in choir. I've envisioned applying it to the Book of Mark, the passages that I'm familiar with. And I actually did bring it up to my choir director. This was pre-COVID, because I've been in this choir for quite a while now. I think this is my 8th season. I think I brought it up maybe 4 years ago. So, yeah, it must have been right before COVID hit. Yes, so I guess 5 years ago. Yeah. Yep. Well, at least somebody did it. See, when you procrastinate, somebody else winds up doing it. God sends that message to somebody else. I didn't do it, and I should have. My choir director said, "Yeah, great. Start working on it. We can do it." And he has so much, I guess, on his plate that he couldn't, and I had a lot on my plate too. And anyway, I'm glad somebody did it, and it should be exciting. So when that comes out, hopefully you'll check it out. So let's clear the space a little bit here. I'm calling on the Ascended Masters of Love and Light to please clear the space and, of course, offer your protection. I know our space is highly protected by an army of angels, and this space is always very safe. The Blessed Mother is looking out over us, and it is very safe. So I pulled these cards earlier because I wanted to sit with them for a bit, and I wanted to, also listen to some music to see what came through. And anyway, so I put my bell on top of this one and this. So yeah, I have my beautiful quartz heart, which one of my favorite people in the world gave me because she loves me. She knows I like this kind of stuff, so she gave it to me for a gift. And then this, I think I showed you the other day if you watched the video, but this comes from my mom. This came, I think it was in my mom's wallet. She kept it in her change purse, I believe. That's where I found it. And it's from, it says, "My mother, my confidence." And it's from Pope Benedict XV. 300 days, IND, I don't know. And anyway, looks kind of similar to my mom in a way. I really love these cards. I'm so happy that I bought these to share with you because they're just so beautiful. So something I wanted to clear up from the first video I made, I was so excited and I had so much to say, and I still do. But I've watched some of the videos and I realized that I need to slow down, and there's plenty of time to tell you everything that I need to tell you. So I don't need to rush through and make mistakes. But that was really off the cuff that night. So something I wanted to tell you. So I was talking about Mary and Elizabeth, and I was saying about my mother, and I misspoke. Elizabeth was Mary's cousin, and Elizabeth was John the Baptist's mother, because Jesus and John the Baptist were cousins. And Elizabeth got pregnant very late. She couldn't have children. She thought she was barren, and then God blessed her with a baby boy, John the Baptist. And Mary went to Elizabeth, when she first discovered that she had conceived Jesus. So the reason I misspoke, I think on that first video, I had said that, I think I said Elizabeth was Mary's mother, but what I meant was Elizabeth was my mother. My mother's name was Elizabeth, and my mother's mother was Mary. And that's why my mother always felt tied, she always, she was tied to Mary, the Blessed Mother, and then she had this whole, reason, how she was so connected to Mary because Mary and Elizabeth were cousins, and her mother was Mary and she was Elizabeth, and it was funny. But I did misspeak on that first video, and I'm so embarrassed by that actually. But it was because I was really excited to talk to you. And I have so much to say, and I just need to slow down a little bit. So I did want to clarify that. And what was the other thing? I mean, I don't know if I told you this the other day, but I found this note, and I had written it down, and I think it was for you and for me, but so I put it here just in case I I forgot to tell you when I first had written it down, or maybe this is divine timing that I found it before this reading. But it says one step at a time. So I just want you to remember that sometimes, when we're trying to get from point A to point B, we could see where we want to go, but it seems it's like such a big, heavy lift and such a long road, and how am I going to get there? And just remember, you just have to take one step at a time. If you take one step at a time, you're one step closer each time. And before you know it, you'll be there. What's that song? Put one foot in front of the other. Soon you'll be walking across the floor. Put one foot in front of the other. And soon you'll be walking out the door. I don't know what the tune is, but I think that's actually from Frosty the Snowman. I think. I'm not sure, but I think it is. I think it's maybe Rudolph. I think it's from Frosty. Anyway, I did want to tell you that you don't have to solve everything all at once. It's great, if you want to, or you have the ability and the drive and the ambition to do so. But if you don't, it's okay if you just take one step at a time. That one step is progress. And each day, each step after that, whether it's day or later or minute or second or whatever, each step after that towards your goal is one step closer. So keep that in mind. Not all of us, can do it all the same way. Okay? We all have, our own way, our own limitations, our own lives, and our own obstacles. And we just can't compare ourselves to one another in that way. As long as we're doing one step at a time, that's what we're all doing, one step at a time. It's just that some people can do more steps, in that time. More steps, in a shorter period of time. Some of us, maybe not. It all depends. For me, it depends on the day. It depends on what's going on and everything else. So my health, how I feel, everything. So one step at a time. So I did these cards, and here's what I got. So this is called a past, present, and future spread. Past, present, future. So in the past, we got Our Lady of Power. Oh, Our Lady of Great Power, excuse me. Our Lady of Great Power. I mean, look how pretty. I just think it's so pretty. I really like this artwork. Our Lady of Great Power. Look, the sun is behind her. And you can see it's the sun by the, by the rays coming off of it. But then here, within the sun, it almost has like this earth-like effect. So it's like the earth and the sun. And then this is just so welcoming. It's like big open arms, and here's Jesus, her heart. Oh, it's just so pretty. Our Lady of Great Power. I mean, look at all that. See all her gifts and talents just for us to see. And that's the past. And then the present is Our Lady of New Vision. I think that speaks for itself there. That's what you're in right now, in the present moment. And the future is Our Lady of the Sacred Hearth. So, how I first saw it, how I see it, is if you recently had something come up where you had to stand in your power. Stand in your power and defeat either adversity yes, stand in your power and defeat whatever adversity was coming towards you. Whether it be a person or a situation, and you stood in your power, then this is recognizing that. And it told me that you've defeated your demons, or you've defeated what holds you back. And Our Lady says to you with this card, there is nothing more powerful than I am. The love that is all you are. I am the love that is all that you are. That's what she says. There is nothing more powerful than I. I am the love that is all that you are. Okay, so all your love, she represents all the love that you are. I mean, look at all her beautiful colors and shapes. She represents us all in love. And with her comes great gifts and great talents. And I'm going to read her message to you. My robes from heaven above. My robes form the heavens above. In my sacred feet, the earth spins. In my eyes, the stars of the night sky are born and shine. My hair forms galaxies, and in my heart, many suns burn with divine love. What is there that could be greater than I? I am that I am. I that am love, I am all. Any fear, any doubt, any problem or concern, I hold you in my being so vast. There is nothing more powerful than I. I am the love that is all that you are. So that is in the past. And she's here to assist you. She was here to assist you. So you stood in your power, and it's great. It takes a great leader to be a great warrior for love on this planet. So if you stood in your power in a loving manner, you could even have broken a generational curse for your family. You've achieved something great though, definitely. So in the present, we got Our Lady of New Vision. And so right now, I want you to use your visions. What thoughts pop into your head? What do you want to see for the best outcome of the situation? I want you to write down your ideas that you see. This is a great time for manifestation. And the lady says, I placed my open eye in your heart so you can see. She says, dare to dream and pray boldly and with conviction. that the most beautiful vision you can receive will come to life in service to all. Open up your vision to greater things under her and it will manifest. She is there for you. This is a great time for manifestation. If you're not aware of your vision as of yet, then be open to receive the sacred knowing of where to focus your intention and your desires and your energy. So be open to receiving this sacred knowledge from Our Lady of New Vision. Whether you're waiting for your true vision or your heart has already shown you what it wishes to manifest, this oracle comes with a message for you that this is your time to pray, to receive, and to act on your intuitions and instincts. No matter how small they may seem, Divine Mother is a genius of manifestation. And she will have her creations come to life through the simplest and most ordinary of steps that somehow combine to manifest extraordinary beauty. If you cannot see just yet, trust that she sees, and she's guiding you towards receiving and realizing the new vision. You need to trust her, though. It's a time for inspiration and hope. It's time to dream and receive, knowing that what is dreamed now is under the blessing of the Holy Mother. So this is your present right now. So dream big. Ask the Holy Mother to help you. Dream big. Open up your vision. She has placed her wonderful open eye into your heart so that you can see the path unto your heart. If you don't see it yet, you will. Be open to it. Open your heart to the Blessed Mother and to Our Lady of New Vision. And lastly, this is the future card that I drew. Our Lady of the Sacred Hearth. Card number 1. Isn't that beautiful? I see the birth of a child in this card, a special child, either yours or a grandchild that's within your bloodline. See, you're being called to nurture and protect what is sacred. Children, family, bloodlines. You're breaking generational curses that have held you back. If you recently stood in your power to protect what lights the world and not out of ego, this message is for you. Trust that you have grown enough internally. So you might say to yourself, I'm not ready for this greatness. I'm going to just keep dreaming kind of small because I'm not ready for this greatness. But greatness is here for you. So you need to trust that you have grown enough internally to support you as you rise to the challenge of stepping into the next cycle of your life. You will be energetically larger and more powerful than before. You're spiritually growing. If something has ended, it may feel like the death of the old, but it's not. You are spiritually growing. And you need to step into this new and powerful you, this new, larger, energetically larger version of you. You have been given a gift to fulfill your spiritual purpose. And Our Lady says to pray to her and have faith, my child. I am your mother, and I will never turn away from you, my child. So just like you or your mother always has her arms open, ready to welcome their child, there's always a place with Mother Mary. You are her child. She is the ultimate mother. Even if your mother wasn't like that, Mother Mary is like that. And you will always find a place in her heart. She has a sacred heart, unconditional love for you. She will always welcome you home. And she wants you to pray to her and have faith in her. She says she's your mother and she will never turn away from you. So dream big, my child. Dream big and know that you've grown enough inside to support this dream that you dream. And she is there to help you. She is there to help you see it with her vision today, just as she was there to help you with her great power in the past. One step at a time. Dream bigger. You can take lots of steps, but we take one step at a time, don't we? As we walk on our path, think of it as one step at a time. Maybe it won't be so big. It's not as scary. You can do it. She's telling us this with her reading. She is behind us. She's with us, supporting us, so that we can achieve the greatest outcome possible. Okay, I had a few songs that came through. I'm not sure, I don't remember who sang this song, but I'll sing it for you because I think you'll recognize it, and you could probably just type in this chorus. I'm calling all angels. I'm calling all you angels. And then it's like, I need a sign to let me know you're here. Do 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 do. I don't know the rest. All right, so you could probably find that, which I thought was pretty cool because, you know, she's telling you to call upon her. She's asking you to pray to her all through this reading and call upon her. The next song I got, it was Streets of Philadelphia, so I don't know if you're from Philadelphia. I don't know if you're a Bruce Springsteen fan. I don't know if you feel outcasted. I don't know if you have AIDS. I don't know what you are going through, but I did get Streets of Philadelphia, which is a pretty powerful song, I think. That was a pretty powerful song, pretty powerful movie. This song came through and I had to write it down because this comes from my childhood. I used to love this song. So I don't know if you're someone who loves horses, or if you love somebody who loves horses. But this message might be for you. It's called Wildfire, and it's by Michael Martin Murphey. And, oh, it's so pretty. And it's like, she ran calling wildfire. She ran calling wildfire. She ran calling wildfire. Ah, the music is so beautiful in it. It's haunting. And it's about, I guess the man loves this woman who had a pony that she called Wildfire. And it's like, they say she died one winter when there came a chilling frost, and the pony she named Wildfire busted down his stall. Da, 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 da. So she ran calling Wildfire, and I guess they both perished in the song. So yeah, it's kind of a sad song. But maybe someone you know that loves horses is struggling though, or maybe you're thinking of someone that passed away. Because at the end, the singer says that that the wind's been gusty kind of thing, and can hear wildfire, or she's coming. He's like, she's coming for me, I know, and on wildfire. Oh, I'm getting a little choked up. I can't finish it. So I don't know why that song really seems so sad. Anyway, listen to it. Maybe there's a message in there for you. Maybe you miss somebody that loved horses, or maybe you love horses, or maybe you need to be brought back to that time period. It was from 1975. It's a really pretty song. I mean, I remember it was always playing on the radio. It's pretty. It's sad though, but it's pretty. Anyway, on to other things. The next one I got was Miley Cyrus song, and I had to write this down because this song really resonates with me. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's called I Used to Be Young. And, I was a little wild and crazy when I was young because I had lost my dad. And so I definitely pushed the limits of authority after that. My dad was very strict, and I never would have done half the stuff I had done. And, my mom was, struggling. So, she kind of didn't have as much fight in her at that point of time. And so, anyway, so I used to be a little bit wild and crazy and, just pushing the limits, seeing what I could get away with. And I had lots of gifts and talents, and so I would push it, challenging authority. And anyway, this song by Miley Cyrus, Used to Be Young, she's like, I know I used to be crazy. I know I used to be fun. I know I used to be crazy. That's 'cause I used to be young. You say the time it changed me. That's fine, I've had a good run. I know I used to be crazy. That's 'cause I used to be young. Anyway, she goes through all that, and it's pretty cool. And the video is cool, too, because she walks out all by herself through the darkness, and you can hear her heels, and then all of a sudden you see this silhouette of her come through, and then she comes and stands in the light with the microphone, and she just sings it. And no one can belt it out like Miley. My God, she's so incredibly talented. So incredibly talented. She is quite is quite a performer. I mean, it just runs through her veins, you know, music. It's really incredible. And this is kind of like a coming of age song, I think, for her. Not coming of age, but like a coming into her own as a young woman, you know, along with that Flowers song. But you know, and This Used to Be Young, it's like she's not making any excuses. You know, she knows she was wild. And then it seems like in the song, like the people she used to be wild with are saying like, oh, you're no fun anymore. And then the people that she is more calm with now are like, oh, you used to be wild. And so she's sort of like in the middle. And I know exactly how that feels. You know, the people from your past want to hold you back there and judge you and say, oh, well, you used to do this, and oh, you used to do that. Remember, you used to do this and that. And you're like, yeah, that was like decades ago. Yeah, I do. Or the people that you're with now, and they see a new image, and then they say, oh, it used to be like this. You know, it's just... Or the people you used to do it with are like, oh, it used to be fun. You used to like to do stuff like that. And you're like, yeah, well, I don't really like to do that anymore. I don't know. Sometimes it's like a no-win situation, and everybody's just sitting there judging you. And Miley's such a powerful force, and because she is so talented, she's got that spotlight on her all the time. And it can't have been easy growing up, you know, in the public eye. So I really like that song. I think you should listen to that because it shows somebody, you know, kind of like overcoming her past and overcoming her challenges and looking towards the future, sticking up for herself, standing in her power, right? And then another one that came up, a few others came in, but I didn't even write them down. I can't even remember them. But there's so many just that really resonated, the same messages over, kind of that like, you know, I Need a Sign, The Angels. And so another one that came through is Heaven is a Place on Earth. And that's when I was doing, you know, I think I was in between the present and the future cards. So Heaven is a Place on Earth. I think it's Belinda Carlisle that sings it. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. You know that song. So that is all that I have for you today. Oh, one other thing. When I had watched that David Jeremiah speech the other day, it was an interesting thing he had put forward. So it was like you have 3 different perspectives, right? He said perception, this is what I got out of it now looking back at my notes. You know, it's all about perception, and how you perceive a situation is the reality, is your reality, because that's what you perceive it to be. So he went through the story how there were 3 umpires, and the 3 umpires sat down to discuss how they go about calling balls or strikes. So the first umpire was asked, how do you go about calling balls and strikes? And he said, I call them the way that they are. I call them the way that they are. Okay. Second was asked, and he said, I call them as I see them. And the third one was asked, and he said, they ain't a ball or a strike. They ain't nothing until I call them. So it's just reality. So like the first one is hard pressed. Like I call them the way that they are. Like, you know, rule follower, and here's the measurements and the focal point, and I call them the way that they are. He's so assured that there's a strict policy on how they've come in. And then the next umpire says, I call them as I see them. If I see it, it looks like a strike. If I see it, if it looks like a ball, I call it as I see them. And then the third one says, they ain't nothing till I call them. I determine what they are. I determine if they're a ball or a strike. They're neither a ball nor a strike until I call it as a ball or a strike. So really, they're all sort of saying the same thing. But I like sort of the power and conviction in the third one, because it really highlights the person's aware that they're in control, and it is their perception of that ball being thrown and coming towards the batter. It is their perception which determines the outcome as to whether it's a ball or a strike. So I do want to leave you with that. One step at a time. You determine your outcome, and you have a really, really bright future ahead with this situation. And open up your vision to greater things, because under the Blessed Mother you can manifest. So spend this time, the rest of today, whenever you're seeing this, spend time the rest of your day thinking of a new vision, new dreams. Maybe the dreams that you had weren't working. Maybe you need to tweak them. Have some new vision. Mother Mary has placed her open eye in your heart. Spend time today exploring that vision. And know that she is always with you. And all you need to do is pray to her and have faith in her. Have faith that she is your mother and you are her child, and that she will never turn away from you. So dream big. All right. Well, have a good night. Please like, share, and subscribe. I should say that more often, because it's so important. Especially subscribe. If you've returned a few times and you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would really, really appreciate that so much. I hope I see it jump up a little bit. It really keeps me going. It makes me know that I should continue on this path. All right, well, have a good night. Take care. Love you.